from the Men's Warehouse from a suit from someplace else? I don't think so. After all, we sell well over 1 million suits and sport coats a year, which means next time you're in a conference room or a nice restaurant, look around. You might be surprised who's wearing what.
The Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
1-800-776-SUIT.
So then Doris is driving it, and she says, but Elliot, I can't do the road. And I said, but what do you expect? It's a luxury car. Anyway, we then drive it down to the road. Have you ever driven that?
Bored with traditional luxury? It could be time for the supercharged Bonneville, one of the world's most powerful sports sedans.
Do you drive a luxury car, Frank?
You bet your ascot I do.
Luxury with attitude. The Bonneville by Pontiac.
Phil Hartman. Nobody makes me laugh like Phil Hartman.
He's bad.
I love Phil Hartman. Cool. Welcome back. Mira Sorvino on her way out. Home Improvement's Jonathan Taylor Thomas and world-class athlete, 10-year-old watermelon-eating champion Chris Meyer attempting to break his own record. You know, these kids push themselves, Kev, and I worry about them sometimes. These young athletes, young, gifted, they push themselves. All right, my first guest, a beautiful and talented actress. She won an Oscar for a portrayal of the ditzy prostitute in Woody Allen's Mighty Aphrodite. Her new movie is Mimic. It opens August 22nd. It's really scary. We're supposed to go see this next week, Kev.
Cool.
I'll take it. It's supposed to be really scary. The lovely, the one, the only, Mira Sorvino. Wow, look at that big giant ring thing. Wow, that must be worth like $12 million or $1.99. I can't tell.
Maybe the former. Or the latter.
That's great. How's summer going? Good?
Good, good. Yeah?
So what have you been doing? What have you been doing?
I've been being a beach bum.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now,
I've been hanging out in the South Bay and, you know, going to the beach every day and wearing
you running a
flip-flops.
house?
Yeah.
Now, are you with Quentin Tarantino? You guys
Yes.
are obviously still...
We're still together.
You're like
yes,
one of the
we are.
happier couples, and I always see you guys having fun and doing
We
things.
are,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, has Quentin seen Mimic?
Actually, Quentin
Yeah.
saw it and he thought that it was actually the best movie that he's ever seen me in.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the high praise, because you've been in some terrific stuff.
That's a very high praise from someone like him who's also a real fan of the kind of sci-fi, horror, thriller, suspense, action genre that it is.
Because this is like a whole new thing for you, right? Being in a scary action kind of movie, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was a whole new experience being frightened for 4 months in Toronto, yes.
Now, are you frightened? Do you find, like, I just saw the clip with this really scary-looking thing that flies in and takes you away. I'm not giving in. I mean, is it scary doing the movie? I mean, do you get scared, like, when you're in a subway for, like, 12 hours shooting these? Is it scary doing it? Do you feel scared?
Yeah, well, you have to feel scared. I mean, that's kind of what I have to do so that everybody believes she's scared. I have to be scared. But I would even take it home with me, and I would have horrible nightmares at night. Oh, and there's one scene in the movie where I perform a sort of an emergency operation on the corpse of one of these creatures, the mimics, who have evolved to mimic human beings. And I have to sort of stick my hand into its chest and pull out this really disgusting gland thing. And one night I had this dream that I was sick and I went to the hospital and my director, Guillermo del Toro, was there. And the doctor comes up to me and says, well, we have no choice, we have to operate right now. And I said, but no anesthesia? And he takes out a knife, he cuts into my stomach and pulls out a gland. Oh, it was horrifying, yes.
Did you have cheese for dinner that night? I'm curious.
No.
Ooh, that's scary.
But I think this was my, you know, nervous way of keeping myself frightened all the time.
Do you like to be scared in real life? I mean, is that fun? Are you, like when you and Quentin, if you went somewhere and it was dark and you went, bah! I mean, do you like to be scared? Some people like to be scared.
Well, actually, I've just asked him really nicely recently to stop playing this little game he likes to play with me.
What's the game?
See, he has this game where
Oh, no. Oh, go. It sounds like a good game.
He likes to play that he's killing me.
Oh. Do you want to lie down on the couch rather than sit up?
May I, please? No, he does this. Well, he used to, because he said he won't do it anymore, although he started doing it to my dog. But he would just he would come up with different ways of sort of like hatcheting me, or, you know, sort of lassoing me in and then stabbing me.
Lassoing sounds interesting. But
it was always like with sound effects. you know, things like that. And it just freaks me out. And he's like, you have no sense of humor. And I'm like,
and
well,
I guess he would call that foreplay. It's like guy foreplay. I'll strangle you and then pretend to hit you with a hammer.
oh, no.
So he's gotten away from this.
Yes.
Now, what do you mean your dog? Now, why was he... I mean, I could see why it might be fun
Deer.
with
He used to have this sort of problem with him because, you know, Deer is a rather gentle, small dog.
It's a little weenie. It's not a guide dog. It's a weenie
Yeah,
dog.
well, that's how he was feeling, and he used to call him the little cur and things like that, even though I would catch him petting him when I wasn't looking.
Right.
But recently, just the other day, actually, I took off Deer's collar.
Yeah.
And Quentin got this whole new view on him because he saw that he had this rather stout, strong neck, and he started, like, admiring him. He was just like, well, he looks kind of butch today. You know, the dog looks like a tough guy today. And he started liking the dog.
A suggestion?
Yeah?
Get out of that house immediately. Don't go home to that beach house. Go to a hotel, send the police. Because I know he is like a huge B-movie and science fiction fan.
Right.
But are you like a Trekkie type person? Do you like all that kind of stuff?
Oh, well, I mean, first of all, I mean, science fiction as a kid, I used to read books all the time.
Oh, okay.
Fahrenheit 451, 1984,
Oh,
like
that's
all
great.
these were terrific to me, but I was specifically a Trekkie with my dad.
Yeah.
We would watch all the original Star Trek things and sit there, and that was like our favorite father-daughter ritual, aside from watching the fights, which I sort of grew out of, but I
Well,
never
your dad,
got into
Paul
Star Trek.
Sorvino. Now, he seems like a guy you'd watch the fights with. He
Yeah.
seems like he'd be a fun guy to watch, because he's a big bear guy. He seems like he'd be fun to watch. Do you know all, because wasn't there a Mira
There were
character
two
in Star
Mira
Trek?
characters on Star Trek, actually. There's Lieutenant Mira Romaine, who gets sort of inhabited by this alien force and starts speaking with this very scary low voice. And there was also like a Pocahontas-type Indian princess on this Native American planet.
Oh, that's the one where Kirk chases her. It's like in the old movies, you couldn't show people having sex, so they just run from tree to tree, going. like she'd run and she'd go. And then he would run to that tree, and then she'd go to another tree and go. And that was supposed to be sex.
No,
yeah,
and then she pulls out, like, they've made like a little baby board. You know, she says, I will bear you many sons,
Right,
Kiddock.
right.
And he was like, I am Kiddock! Little money!
You know, this is
So-
probably a lot more information that people want to know. But yeah, no. I do.
I have a phaser!
You're very good. You're very good at that. Now, when you said mimic, what did you
Okay.
mean? I'm
This
thinking
is
of a
something
bad
that-
street mime. That's obviously not what the character.
This is a movie about Marcel Marceau. No, this is basically, it's a genetic ability that certain species develop in nature to imitate their predators.
But this is true. Basically, I mean,
This
it's
is
part of
true.
it.
I mean, it's somewhat far-fetched, but it does happen. I mean, everything we describe in the film, I mean, we have sort of genetic alteration. I'm a scientist. I change
Right.
genetic codes to solve a plague. And this gets us into big trouble because, you know, we're playing God, whatever. And these creatures can imitate their predators, and they can take on the outward appearance of them.
Right,
and their
right.
most lethal predator is humankind.
Right.
So, hence the premise of the
Okay,
film.
and that's sort of that's what this. So that explains this clip, because I looked at this clip today, and it looks really scary. Because besides the New York subway system, nothing's scarier than that in itself.
Right. Well, I mean, I think this is also a cautionary tale for any woman living in New York, because
Yeah.
this is something I used to do on my way home from my waitress jobs.
So what you're telling women is stay away from monsters in the subway. Really.
Stay away from strange-looking guys. in
Okay,
subway.
here we go. Let's take a look.
Do you have the time? Sir, the time?
Do you die in that? I mean, you can't die there. There'd be no movie.
Oh, I can't tell you, but actually the interesting thing is that if you like that, that's a really way edited down version of that scene, because
Yeah.
they didn't want to show you everything they could show you.
Right.
so-
No,
Yeah.
no, it looks great. It looks great. Now, do you like watermelon, by the way?
Somewhat.
Well, this is a young man who probably will be on the Olympic team, I understand, if watermelon eating. This is a world-class athlete that you will get to meet. So this will be very, very exciting. Be right back with Chris right after this. Don't go away.
This week at Rancho La Puerta, I will swim 310 laps. I will run 23 miles. I will lift 2 hours a day. I don't think so.
At Rancho La Puerta Spa in Baja, Mexico, you can do everything. Well, should your determination completely fail you, absolutely nothing. But you can't do anything with American Express. So bring your Visa card. It's everywhere you want to be.
Happiness is a 99-cent big beef burrito. Taco Bell. Want some?
Tonight on Conan, George Hamilton, before the plastic surgery. Plus John Leguizamo and the hottest claymation babes ever seen on network television.
Tonight on Later, Dwayne Martin wrote the perfect script for horror film director Wes Craven.
Freddie meets Jason in the hood on Independence Day.
All new tonight.
On the next Extra, there are patches to stop seasickness and smoking, and now to stop wrinkles. It's a breakthrough patch for your face that works while you sleep. See how it can turn you into Rip Van Wrinkle on Extra.
Tomorrow at 4 on NBC 5.
Is it possible for a lot of different people to have the same dream? Yes, Automobile Magazine's Automobile of the Year. Toyota's RAV4, Dream of the Year. For a lot of different people.
At Sears Family Dental Center, a cleaning and exam is only $42. We're open 7 days a week and evenings. Sears Family Dental Center. Our family wants to serve your family.
Summer. All across America. People are having fun in the sun. But who's having the most fun? People who see their Chevy dealer. It's a Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event. Right now, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a whole bunch of Chevy cars and trucks. It just doesn't get any better than this, America. Chevy has always had a great reputation for value. And now, wow!
Check out the great year-end incentives at your local Chevrolet dealer today.
What you gonna do with all the cash you save?
Brakes need work? Stop at CarX right now for our half-off brake sale. Big savings. Lifetime guaranteed shoes and pads at 50% off.
Save a bundle, call the CarX man.
This fall, Tony Danza on Being Mr. Mom.
I know you're used to talking to your mom, but you know, you can say anything to me. I'll tell you what, let's pretend I'm Mom.
Mom.
Yes, dear?
When you're tongue-kissing a boy,
Okay, let's pretend I'm Dad again.
The Tony Danza Show, Wednesdays this fall on NBC.
You're watching the News Channel, News Channel 5.
All right. My next guest is only 10 years old, but a world-class athlete. He has just won his 5th consecutive world champion watermelon eating contest. This is unprecedented, kid. At the age of 10, he's from Heber Springs, Arkansas. Please welcome Chris Meyer. Say hi to Mira.
Hello. Hi. How you doing?
Now tell me, I heard you had a dream about coming here. Tell me what happened.
Well, one night I woke up about 5 after the dream. See, I had a dream. It was Sunday. Before we came over here, I had a dream. I was walking out. I was walking and I tripped like right over there. And then when I got up, when I was about to eat the watermelon, my watermelon flew out into the audience.
No.
People.
Do all watermelon championships have that dream? Is that your dream too?
Well, the spleen, the watermelon.
Yeah, same. A psychiatrist could have a field day here today. Now tell us, is it Heber Springs? Am I saying it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no, whereabouts is that?
Everybody else says Heber Springs.
Heber Springs, okay. So where is that?
It's like northeast of Little Rock.
Oh, okay. About how far? 30 minutes? Hour?
About an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. Quite a ways out. Okay. So now what grade are you in?
I'm in 4th. I'm going to 5th. And, you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of confusing.
Kind of confusing. Yeah, yeah.
You know, I want to go, but I don't.
Yeah, yeah. You want to go, but, you know, I guess you got this athletic career going. School seems foolish now, doesn't it? But believe me, stay in school because this world-class athlete thing won't last forever, and you'll have something to fall back on, as my mom would say. So what do you like to do for fun when you're not eating watermelon?
Well, right now I'm practicing the bagpipes.
The bagpipes? A marketable skill. Yeah, that's always good to learn the most annoying instrument ever, bagpipes. And you know what's good about bagpipes? People can't tell when you're playing badly.
No, they on, see, what's it? I can't remember, All Real Monsters. The Snorch, he always plays the bagpipes to torture the monsters.
Oh, that's good. Well, that
But
how long have you been playing?
I just started about a year ago.
I bet the neighbors must love you.
Actually, they don't really hear me. I'm not on the bagpipes yet. I'll be on there in about January, so we won't have anybody in the neighborhood.
Okay. How about girlfriend? You got a girlfriend? I imagine most big-time athletes.
Used to
have a girlfriend. You're not one of these guys that when he made it, moved on, dropped your girl.
No, she dropped me. See, what
She
happened?
dropped you?
We went on the first date, and what happened was Edward.
Who's Edward?
He's a kid that lives down the street. He's like, used to be evil, but now he's friendly. I mean, anyways, they went out on a few dates and they broke up. They're not sure why, and I go, well, I know why. Maybe because he threw you into the thorn bush.
Oh, he threw you into the thorn bush.
Yeah, they had a little fight, and he goes,
So Edward stole your girl?
What?
He didn't steal. No, wait, I'm lost. Were you going out with, this girl's going out with Edward. And now you're going. She was. Now she's going out with you.
No.
Oh.
I was going out with Julie first.
Right.
Then Julie went out with Edward.
Oh, so Edward took your girl.
No.
Wait, let me explain. As an adult, when you're going out with a girl and a guy comes over and then takes your girl and goes out with her.
No. She left me and then she's like, where to find a boyfriend?
Where to find a boyfriend?
Oh, hey, look.
There's one over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I see, okay. All right, now let me ask you this. Okay. We'll have a demonstration here in a minute. Now, obviously, watermelon's not going to last forever. You think of moving into pie or hot dogs or anything else?
No, I remember when we were at summer camp.
Yeah.
We did this little thing that goes Beaver 1, Beaver all, so do the Beaver crawl thing.
What?
I know, it's weird, it's weird.
You said Beaver 1, blah, blah, blah. What did you say?
I don't know. Anyways, at the end he goes, Beaver 8, Beaver 9, it's Beaver time.
It's Beaver time.
Instead I go, it's pizza time.
Oh, pizza time. So what? So what's the most you ever ate? What's the most watermelon?
11 pounds in 1 minute.
You ate 11 pounds of watermelon in 1 minute.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I was real hungry that day.
Yeah.
So.
Let me ask you about. Okay. I know you just had a big lunch too. I saw you eating a big lunch.
No.
You didn't have a big lunch today? Oh, that would be a small lunch then. All right, you're gonna try and set. When we come back, you're gonna try and set a record.
Yes, sir.
You know, this would be a good way to impress. All right, we'll be right back with Chris right after this.
It keeps millions of Americans glued to their TVs every night. It's not the game shows, reruns, or the news. It's because they suffer from not sleeping, and they believe there is nothing they can do about it. But there are new ways to treat their problem, and newer prescription medications that can help.
Maybe we should see the doctor.
Sleep. It doesn't have to be a dream.
Honey, this is just a career opportunity. I'm aware they may not want me there.
May not? We're trying to make it as painless as possible.
Just treat me the same, no better, no worse.
Ready for round 2?
Booyah, Master Chief.
G.I. Jane, rated R. Sneak preview this Saturday.
Ah, these sport utes. They're a different breed for you, huh? Not for the timid, these things. No, sir. Got that whole other kind of suspension thing going on. Now, if you ask me, the whole thing's a little over-calibrated. I mean, of course, on a smooth road like this, you're not going to notice. But you get your potholes, your various road anomalies. Believe you me, you're gonna feel it.
Feel what? You're in a Bravada. With ride and handling you wouldn't expect in an SUV. So the only thing you'll feel is really comfortable. Bravada, it knows the road.
Did we just go over some train tracks?
Can a stick of gum break the ice?
It would have to be an unusual stick of gum.
Icebreakers.
Taste it.
Woo! Wow. Woo! It's a delicious minty explosion.
My breath feels a lot fresher.
Because of these tiny mint capsules.
Where?
There, right there.
I see them. Do you see them?
They release these special breath fresheners.
Breath fresheners in a gum.
Wow.
Wow. It's all because of the capsule.
Cool.
Icebreaker.
Icebreakers gum for the ultimate fresh breath. It really breaks the ice.
I'm ready for love.
Now that you found your one and only.
Hurry to Sears Mega Tire Sale featuring our newest Michelin 80,000-mile tire as low as $34.99. Sears Auto Center. Sale ends August 16th.
They're back. Mold and mildew. Irritating fungus. But with Lysol disinfectant spray, you can help prevent mold and mildew. So breathe easy. Lysol spray helps protect. You have our word on it.
For months, she's been trying to keep her secrets.
That little witch will expose everything she has on me.
This week, her most devastating secret of all is coming out. A secret that will destroy her entire family.
I have the evidence to prove to Austin you were nothing but a cheap hooker.
Oh, Mama. Days of our lives.
You know, if more car companies recycled old commercials like us, they too could afford to offer you a deal like this. Get 2.9% APR financing or $1,250 cash back on Chevy Camaro. Only at the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
All right, back with Chris Meyer. This is the trophy you won as the world champ. It's got a little piggy on the top there. Well, you think it'd have a melon or something on the top, but... Now, I know that you change. Is this the standard uniform you wear when you...
No, sir. Usually, I just wear regular clothes like a Nickelodeon shirt or something.
Okay. Oh, good sponsor. Yeah. Now, any special I know the Russians now are experimenting with the seedless melon. Do you like seedless or no?
No.
No, okay. Pretty much purist, use the seeds. All right, you're going to show us your technique. Are these laid out the way you like them?
I mean, it really doesn't matter. You just lay them out.
Just lay them out. Now,
Eat
do you eat from the center? Do you go left to right? What do you do?
Yeah, first I go like, bring it up like this, dive into the middle, go that way, go like a typewriter, sort of.
Like a typewriter kind of thing.
And I eat the seeds, which...
And you eat the seeds as well?
It's
all
a good
right.
thing I don't believe in that, the seeds will grow in your stomach and you'll
Actually, they might be growing in there now. All right, you ready to, you got to try and beat the record? Your old record is 11 pounds in 1 minute. All right? Let's try and beat the clock. Let's set the 1 minute clock. All right. Ready, get set, go! I'm trying to get his mouth off, but how are you? Here you go. Here you go. Well.
Can we get a beach towel?
Yeah. All right. How do we come? Do we come close? How far do we get? That's 2. Would you come back again, maybe, and try to break the record again?
Maybe.
All right. Thank you, Chris. We'll be right back with Jonathan Taylor Thomas right after.